As the 2024 election approaches, the battle for Florida is heating up. Once considered a stronghold for Donald Trump, the state is now a battleground where Democrats, independents, and even disillusioned Republicans are joining forces to tip the scales. With Vice President Kamala Harris closing in on Trump in the polls, the momentum on the ground in Florida is undeniable. Even more striking, Florida's large Haitian community, over 500,000 strong, has emerged as a formidable voting bloc, furious over Trump's disparaging comments about immigrants, including false claims about Haitians eating pets. With their vote, they could play a pivotal role in flipping the Sunshine State, and Democrats are determined to seize this moment. But it's not just the Haitian community that's fueling this uprising. There's a broader coalition growing, uniting under the banner of rejecting Trump's extreme policies. Here's how the tide is turning in one of the most important electoral battlegrounds in America. The unlikely coalition rising against Trump. The energy surrounding Florida's political landscape is palpable. Normally conservative areas like the Villages, a massive retirement community often associated with right-wing politics, are showing signs of rebellion. Here, voters fear Trump's threats to programs like Medicare and Social Security, programs that retirees rely on for their well-being. Trump's continuous assault on these vital services, combined with his radical stances on a range of other issues, has left even some of his traditional voter base reconsidering their loyalty. This discontent is being amplified by grassroots movements that are hard at work. Take Florida Democrats, for example. In August alone, the party knocked on over 400,000 doors across the state, a clear sign that their ground game is in full swing. And this isn't just a Democratic movement. Independents and moderate Republicans have joined forces, united by a desire to protect fundamental rights and block Trump's return to the White House. Leading this charge is Nikki Fried, chair of the Florida Democratic Party. Alongside Democratic National Committee Chairman Jamie Harrison, she's been crisscrossing the state, rallying voters and emphasizing that Florida is very much in play. Fried's message is clear. When we fight, we win, she declares, and it's hard to argue with the optimism when looking at the voter turnout efforts being made across the state. The Haitian vote, a force to be reckoned with. Among the most vocal opponents of Trump in Florida are the state's Haitian American community, a group of over 500,000 voters. This community has been energized by Trump's false and offensive claims about Haitian immigrants, including the outlandish accusation that they eat pets. These lies have infuriated Haitian voters, prompting a surge in activism and political engagement. The Miami Herald recently highlighted the deep resentment within the Haitian community over Trump's remarks, quoting leaders who called his comments a big mistake and a form of dangerous rhetoric. The community, which has a long history of political involvement in South Florida, is mobilizing in unprecedented numbers to make sure their voices are heard in the upcoming election. Trump's inflammatory statements don't just stop at false claims about Haitians eating pets. During a speech in Long Island, Trump suggested deporting law-abiding Haitians back to Venezuela, a statement that further angered the Haitian community. It's this kind of xenophobic rhetoric that's driven many immigrant communities to the polls, determined to prevent another 4 years of Trump's divisive policies. The stakes couldn't be higher. Trump won Florida in 2020 by just 371,000 votes, a razor-thin margin. With over 500,000 Haitian Americans now poised to cast their ballots, their votes alone could swing the state in favor of the Democrats. As one political observer put it, it will be the sweetest karma in history if Trump loses Florida because of his lies about the Haitian community. Nikki Fried and Jamie Harrison leading the Democratic charge. Nikki Fried and Jamie Harrison are at the forefront of the effort to flip Florida. They've made it clear that the road to the White House runs through Miami-Dade County, where voter turnout is expected to be critical in determining the outcome of the election. Harrison, a seasoned political strategist, is confident that Florida is in play and has been rallying the Democratic base across the state, from Miami to Orlando. Both Fried and Harrison have been particularly vocal about the importance of voter registration, with the deadline fast approaching on October 7th. The only way we're going to win this state is by ensuring that everyone goes out and votes for freedom and justice, Fried told a packed room of supporters. Their message is resonating. In recent months, Democratic rallies in Florida have seen a surge in attendance, with voters energized by key issues like reproductive rights, healthcare, and Trump's radical agenda. Fried's emphasis on building a broad coalition that includes not just Democrats, but independents and moderate Republicans is proving to be a winning strategy. Florida's key congressional races, a litmus test for national politics. The battle for Florida isn't just about the presidency. Key congressional races up and down the state are being watched closely, with several races offering insight into the broader political landscape. One of the most contentious races is in Florida's 13th congressional district, currently held by Ana Paulina Luna, a Trump loyalist with a controversial past. Luna, known for her performative right-wing extremism, including her penchant for posing with AR-15 rifles and photo shoots, is facing a tough challenge from Democrat Whitney Fox. Fox, a mother of two and a passionate advocate for healthcare reform, has centered her campaign on issues like affordable childcare, paid parental leave, and reproductive rights. In a recent campaign video, Fox explained why she decided to run for Congress. "A fire lit inside of me when I had my baby. The medical bills, the lack of paid parental leave, the lack of affordable childcare. Surely we're not okay with this being the way we start American families." Her message has resonated with voters, particularly women, who feel increasingly disillusioned by the GOP's attacks on reproductive rights and health care. Luna's extremist positions, combined with questions about her background and multiple name changes, have given Fox an opening to win over moderate and independent voters in the district. This race, along with others across the state, could serve as a bellwether for the broader political climate in Florida and nationally. Trump struggles to hold Florida. An eroding base? It's not just Haitian voters and Democrats who are mobilizing against Trump in Florida. Across the state, there's a growing sense that Trump's grip on his base is slipping. In areas like the Villages, a traditional Republican stronghold, voters are expressing concerns about Trump's extreme policies, particularly his attacks on Social Security and Medicare. These issues are hitting close to home for Florida's retirees, many of whom rely on these programs for their well-being. Trump's inconsistent messaging on issues like abortion and health care has also created confusion and frustration among voters who feel that he's more concerned with appealing to his far-right base than addressing the needs of everyday Americans. During a recent interview, Trump flip-flopped on Florida's 6-week abortion ban, first stating that he disagreed with it, then reversing course and saying that he supported it. This kind of inconsistency has only added to the disillusionment among voters who once supported Trump but are now reconsidering their options. Meanwhile, the presence of a marijuana referendum on the ballot is expected to drive even more turnout, particularly among younger voters who may not have voted in previous elections. Combined with the backlash against Trump's extreme policies, the referendum could be a deciding factor in tipping Florida blue. The role of reproductive rights in the 2024 election. One of the most galvanizing issues in this election is reproductive rights. Since the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, states like Florida have seen an unprecedented rollback of abortion rights. Governor Ron DeSantis signed a 6-week abortion ban into law, a decision that has sparked outrage across the state. For many voters, particularly women, this issue is personal. They feel that their rights are under attack, and they're determined to vote in politicians who will protect their right to choose. Vice President Kamala Harris has made this a central issue in her campaign, emphasizing the importance of reproductive freedom and women's health care. Across the state, grassroots organizations are mobilizing to ensure that voters understand what's at stake. The Democratic Party has made protecting reproductive rights a cornerstone of its platform, and it's an issue that resonates with a wide range of voters, from younger women to suburban mothers. As November approaches, the political battle in Florida is reaching a fever pitch. Trump's one solid grip on the state is showing signs of weakness, with a growing coalition of Democrats, independents, and even disillusioned Republicans uniting against his extreme policies. The Haitian community, in particular, is poised to play a pivotal role in this election, with their votes potentially tipping the balance in favor of the Democrats. Grassroots movements across the state, led by figures like Nikki Fried and Jamie Harrison, are working tirelessly to ensure that every eligible voter is registered and ready to vote come November. From Miami-Dade County to the villages, from Orlando to Tampa, the message is clear. Florida is in play. And with critical issues like reproductive rights, health care, and immigration on the line, voters are more engaged than ever. As Nikki Fried so aptly put it, when we fight, we win. And in this election, Florida's voters are ready to fight. With Trump's base eroding and new coalitions forming, the Sunshine State could once again become the key to deciding the next president of the United States. Keep your eyes on Florida. It's going to be a wild ride.